Thank you for joining me. Tonight we wrapped up our final series on the lesson of faith, and I think the ending could not be more appropriate. As we catalog everything that we've been studying up until this very point, tonight we ended our series with studying 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 6 through 18. You can find the study guide that we use tonight on our website, www.gspanec.org. Go to the study resources page, scroll down to Faith Forward, lesson number 9. The lesson is entitled The Finale of Faith. And that is a very appropriate title for the closeout of this particular series. But I want to lift up a highlight or two out of the passage that we studied. And actually, we're going to look at a very familiar passage, verses 7 and 8. If you would turn to 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7 and 8, you'll find these words recorded. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. And not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. Paul is writing this last letter to Timothy, knowing that his death is imminent. His death is imminent, and that he's going to be killed soon. But yet he's able to face it with confidence because he knows he's done the work, he's completed his mission, and everything that God has required for him to do. And therefore, he uses athletic imagery to help us to understand what it is he's saying. When he said he fought a good fight, he's talking about the constant struggle that we have as Christians. Paul talked about it in Romans 7 when he talked about, I find then the law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. The constant struggle, always choosing to do things God's way, ignore the inclination from his flesh and what he wants to do, despite all of the different odds that he had to deal with. And all you need to do is just read Paul's writings. You'll read about most of the things that he had to go through. Him being beaten with 39 stripes 5 times, being stoned at Lystra, shipwrecked, and all of the different things that he's going through. Not, and in addition to all of that, the care of the church. But yet he remained steadfast. He said, I fought a good fight. And then he uses another athletic analogy where he finished the race. And about finishing, my brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter how you start. It does matter how you finish. A whole lot of people start at the starting line. But it's the ones who make it to the end that get surprised. But what is that prize Paul is talking about? In verse 18, he refers to it as the crown of righteousness. And then he says it's going to be bestowed, or it's going to be given to me, or it's going to be bestowed upon me by the Lord, the righteous judge. So it's not so much that Paul is talking about faith, how he ran, but he's also looking for the crown at the end. That's what faith is all about. Faith goes beyond the grave. Faith brings us to the reward when we meet Jesus for ourselves. And this is why you and I, my brothers and sisters, have to remain steadfast in the faith. Again, this is a wonderful lesson, a wonderful series that we've done. I don't know what the next one will be. We'll just stay tuned with us and we'll keep you updated. But there's another word of encouragement that I need to lift up to you because this is what's speaking to me at the moment. And I just want to share it with you. If you look at verses 17 and 18, you will find these words. But the Lord stood at my side and gave me strength, so that through me the message might be fully proclaimed, and all the Gentiles might hear it. And I was delivered from the lion's mouth. The Lord will rescue me from every evil attack, and will bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. To him be glory forever and ever. Amen. And now that's how you do a doxology. Whenever life throws some difficult things at you, and whenever people betray you, because Paul talked about that a little earlier, where he mentioned Alexander, who did much evil to him, he puts him in the Lord's hands. So this is what I want to tell you, for everybody who's creating drama in your life, and their words are wounding you, and their actions are hurting you. Instead of taking revenge on them, be a man or a woman of faith and put them in God's hands. Why? Paul said it. He said that the Lord will stand at your side And in verse 18, he said, the Lord will rescue you from every evil work. This is coming from a man who was moments away from his own execution, but he faces it boldly because he knows that although he may close his eyes on this side, he's going to open them on the other side. And that's what faith helps us to do. Going back to something we said, the very first lesson, when we were looking at Hebrews 11, verse 6 says, but it's impossible without faith to please God. So you got to have it. You got to have faith to start, and you're going to have it to finish. That's it, my brothers and sisters. I love being with you. God bless you. God keep you, and may heaven smile upon you as we finalize this teaching on the subject of faith.